This change.org petition for Assassin's Creed Shadows to be canceled is really picking up steam. It was only around 13,000 signatures 2 or 3 days ago. I believe it was around there. I'm not sure on what the exact number was, but it was nowhere near 58,000, and it's picking up steam. It's very important that you let Japanese people sign this. There was originally videos of top supporters on here. I think they must have taken that off, and that was a smart move because the top supporters were people from America, or at least some Western country. I'm not sure where they're from 100%, but that makes this petition not as effective. It needs to be people from Japan, because that's what matters here, because this is their culture that's getting desecrated by Ubisoft. And I'm glad to see them coming in here and signing it. A lot of new people talking on here, and I like seeing this. Not a lot of Western people from what I've seen so far, and that is good. It needs to be Japanese people for it to be effective. And the media is covering it now. A couple of articles out there from video game people or bloggers. I know they like to call themselves journalists, but they're not really. Let's be frank. They don't like this petition because they're out there trying to call people istophobes for not liking this game. And you have people from the country it's supposed to be from mocking it, saying they don't like it. They're getting disrespected. They're getting called far-right racists. That's what's happening right now. Look at this. I don't know who this guy is, but he's out here saying a far-right Japanese YouTube channel with connections to Grums, Smash, and Vera finally got 10K signatures to try and convince Ubisoft to cancel their Assassin's Creed Shadows game. But do you see what he did here? Say, oh, it's a far-right Japanese YouTube channel. Well, that just dismisses it then, doesn't it? And we don't even know who this guy is. We don't know what his politics are. The guy's Japanese. But doesn't matter. They're going to call him an istophobe. That's because that's how they take care of all of the conversations that go against their thinking. Grums advertised it. Oh, no. So it's effective, and people are out there trying to smear the people now, and it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to calm down Japanese people over this game. You're not going to be able to scare them away. They're already out there. There's more videos now. Particularly this one is really good, and he speaks in English. Now, no disrespect to anybody that speaks in Japanese in their videos that's from Japan. I just can't follow them as easy because sometimes the AI-made subtitles just aren't that good. But I was able to watch this one, and it was pretty effective. I like seeing more and more Japanese YouTubers speak up for this because it really does put Ubisoft in its place. This is the video I'm speaking of right here. Great video. It's 26 minutes long, and he goes through why Ubisoft is making racism in the shadows. We are mad. Japanese speaks up. I like to see it. Would like to see more of it. They are not happy, and he breaks that down in this video, and it was very good to see that. I will link it in the description for you if you want to watch it, and I suggest you should check it out. It's a good video, and he did a good job. But there's more, ladies and gentlemen. The art director for Star Fox and Legend of Zelda is not a fan of Ubisoft's portrayal of Yusuke in Assassin's Creed Shadows. And Ubi stands keep telling you that the Japanese outrage is fake and just racist. It's not fake. It's quite real. They don't like their culture and history being disrespected like this. And what's funny is Ubisoft is basically doing cultural appropriation. And none of these virtuous woke people care. And in fact, they encourage it and push it and act like everybody's crazy for criticizing it. It's wild to see. It's hypocrisy in full display. But it's just funny to see. This is a high up guy. The art director for Zelda. That's a big deal. Here is his account translated. He retired from Nintendo in 2021. He is a professor at Osaka International College of Technology. He is also active as a freelancer and has been in charge of art direction for Star Fox, F-Zero, and the Legend of Zelda series. In November 2022, he released the manga Omega 6 in France. The game will be released for Switch this summer. More details on his profile, please see. So he's not anymore, but he was for a long time, I'm going to assume. But this is what he had to say. I also have a problem with the part about Ubi being true to history and am tolerant of everything else, but maybe creators in this day and age are not very conscious of it. And he then goes on to say that he was fine with him in this other game. I know he was in some other game. I forget what it was, but he's in some other video game. And yeah, nobody cared, but they weren't trying to push this game off as some kind of true to history thing. That's what they're doing with Shadows. They were trying to go around and push this as a true historical game. This really happened. And they were going around and changing the Wikipedia, trying to make the Wikipedia reflect the video games narrative, which is really weird. People were doing like edit wars on that for a while. That was interesting to see. He says that he's okay with the Yusuke thing. His problem is the historical, that this is true historical fiction. And that, I think, is fair. They shouldn't be trying to push this game as fact, like this is true history. And that's what's going on here. But them trying to act like this is not causing any kind of problems in Japan is laughable. Clearly, it is causing some issues. This game is going to sell like shit there. It's going to be funny to see it fail in Japan. Because you would think, if this game, and this guy says it in his video, he said he's a big fan of Assassin's Creed, and he would have loved for this game to be focused on ninja. And he's right. A ninja-focused game would have been great because they're assassins. It would have fit very nicely with this story, but they didn't want to do that. Instead, they wanted to go DEI, and it's backfiring. What this does to the actual sales of the game when it's all said and done, I can't tell you. It's tough to say because, it does have a large following, but you never know. It's been an interesting year watching some of this stuff fall apart. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.